Step number 1 of being a streamer. Get a doggy with a big frown. The big frown and some teeth. A big head and a big frown is a big piggy. It's a big old piggy. Okay, let's react to this Ludwig class that he did on the 17th at Streamer U. I want to see if I can glean any new information. I want to see if I can, teach along with him. I want to see like what I know and what I would say compared to what he would say, trying to educate people about streaming. Because I've gotten a lot of people in the past coming in over the past 12 years being like, Datto, I think I want to start streaming. I think I want to start doing YouTube. I think I want to do blah, 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 whatever. Do you have any recommendations for me? And I've always wanted to just be a little more realistic when it comes to streaming and YouTubing and all that kind of stuff. I want to see what he says. I want to see how people react. And then I want to hopefully give a little bit of my own insight in case, there's something I think still needs to be said. I think people fantasize at the idea of being a content creator. Absolutely. But I think a lot of them fantasize because they see the top dogs and they see the kind of lifestyles that they live and the kind of money that they can pull in and think that just like, oh, like there's so many of those people. There's really not. It's the same thing as like acting. It's the same thing as athletics. You only see and only hear about the $200 million contracts. And you don't hear the people at like the bottom of, the MLB making $500,000 because they're just barely good enough to be on the team. And then they're out of the league in 4 years, right? Yeah, you don't see the thousands of streamers with like no viewers. It's like the White Mamba said, he's closer to LeBron than average people are to him. I'm closer to Ludwig than you are to me. And it's not close. It's not remotely close, right? Shout out White Mamba. Let's watch.
Crazy.
Do streamers make too much money is the question on the board. The answer is like simultaneously yes and no. It's both. It's both yes and no. Should I be making the kind of money that I am making given what I contribute to the world? Probably fucking not. But at the same time, that's what the power of marketing can do, right? That's what the power of marketing can do in advertising. They wouldn't pay people this much money if it wasn't worth the money. They would not. And I've done a lot of brand deals over the years. I would say I'm on the low end of brand deals, right? I definitely do not take that much stuff. Ignore the fact that I just took 3 sponsors last week. That's very rare. When was the last time I did 3 sponsors in a week? I'll tell you, is never, because I've never done that. And I only did it because we're in sellout mode, because I'm in a month, my career might be ending. But again, that's only because of who I am. Again, I'm top 1%, right? Ludwig's like top 0.1%. He's the uppity up of the up. But I'm still top 1%. I'm still doing pretty damn good for myself. How's Cook Unity doing for me? Awesome. They've been awesome to work with.
Smart call.
In fact, I have a video that I need to push live literally right now with a Cook Unity ad read in it. I'm going to do that right now. And it's also like a good video.
Yo, if you hear my voice, clap once. If you hear my voice, clap twice. Welcome to class, How to Get Lucky 201. Guys, today's lecture is going to be different than yesterday's. I'll go over some of the same things. It's mostly going to be new stuff. If you heard about yesterday's class, it will not be the same thing. Can I see? Is Isabella here?
Maybe we'll watch the
All right,
first one he did another time.
Kiera?
Let's do a roll call right now. Yeah, what is it?
I had this question on the board. Anyone have thoughts on this? Off rip. Do streamers make too much money? No. No? No. They don't make enough. You thought that was gonna work, right?
They don't make enough.
Are we?
They don't make enough is kind of a crazy statement, because this is not like, it's not like you're going into like an office building and like getting paid a salary. Like, this is some stuff that you got to make happen on your own. Again, we talked about it earlier. It's only the tippy top that a lot of these guys see. I do think some people under monetize themselves, but I think that's mainly newer people. And I speak from experience on that, because until I got an agent, I was under monetizing myself. And the things that I was taking, companies were taking advantage of me due to my lack of knowledge of like how much I should have been getting paid to do XYZ thing.
We make more than rappers.
More than rappers?
I heard that.
Do you think that makes sense?
I think it do.
Yes.
I think it do.
Okay.
I feel like I just cashed like 200K last night. Bro.
200K?
I don't think, bro.
Last night? Damn. That's pretty good. All right. Really,
Most streamers aren't running enough ads. I feel like you hear that people are running too much, but you might be hearing that from some of the top dogs. Unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, ad revenue has become a much greater portion of Twitch income for a lot of people. It's a good thing because you can be a streamer and actually pull in a few bucks without having to worry about how many subs you have. Obviously, like, people subbing is priority number one, but it's unfortunate because it can drive a lot of people away from streams because of how many ads there are. And there was when Twitch first started doing ads and like really pushing people to do ads, a lot of people were able to abuse the system and get like insane payouts when they should not have been getting that much. My agent takes 10 to 15%. I think it's 15, but that is fine with me because number one, she's awesome. And number two, if my agent wasn't doing the things that she was doing to help me get paid, I would be getting no percent money. So instead of getting 85%, I would get nothing. And that, to me, that 15% for her to handle all the communication, all the haggling, all the whatever is awesome. Because I don't want to do it. I just want to do the creative part. I want to make the ad. I want to do a good job. I want to get it online. And I want that to be the end of it. And I don't want to do any negotiating or any crap like that.
Streamers make a lot, right? Streamers make a lot. We know streamers make a lot of money. I think we've heard this before. Guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about that. And something I think a few of you in this class are dealing with. Guys, today, the class is...
Can we get this man a tripod?
Stop clip farming and start making money. Okay. A lot of you guys here.
Yeah, my agent has a few
are great at farming
clients.
clips. You get millions of views. You get more views than me, but you're not making money equivalent to maybe the attention that you are receiving. We're going to unpack why. We're going to start talking about how to build a larger audience, a larger community, people who watch you long form, not just your clips.
This is something that I am still horrible at, is short form content. The problem with a lot of short form content is 99% of people watching short form content are just doing this, right? They're just trying to find funny clips on YouTube Shorts. That's it. They're watching it like, that was funny. Next. That was funny. Next. That one's something. Next. So it's so hard to convert short form video viewers into actual viewers because they just want to mindlessly consume some shorts. We'll talk more about it.
Also, real quick, one more round of applause for yourselves. Congratulations, everybody. You guys have accomplished a lot. I think you should be proud of yourselves. If you don't know, these are the facts. 92% of people go live once, they never go live again. That is 92% of all of Twitch.
That is actually a surprise. Well, I guess 92%. I mean, how many people stream on Twitch? Like, there's millions at this point. So that's still hundreds of thousands of people that are going live multiple times.
You go live one time. So if you've gone live twice, you're in the top 10%. 20 viewers is the amount of viewers you need to be in the top 1%. Raise of hands. Who's got 20 viewers? You're a 1%. 1%. Right now. 1%.
Yeah. And I said I was top 1%, and top 1% is 20 viewers.
Oh, 1%ers. All right. Next. Guys. 1 million people applied to Streamer U, and you are the few who made it in. One more round of applause. And I got one more surprise for you all. Okay. Most of you will fail.
Yep. 100%.
Guys, most of you are gonna fail.
What is fail?
This is all content creation. This is all everything in life, everywhere. Literally everywhere. I mentioned it earlier. Actors, sports, those are the big two. Majority of people don't make it because there's only so many spots at the top. And some people have it, some people don't. And you cannot will something like this into existence.
Did you feel like you made it when you went to Streamer U? Do you feel like you got an opportunity that you can grasp and you might skyrocket?
Yes, I did.
You might have felt that. You got excited.
Yeah.
That won't happen for most of you. Here are the stats. Last year's Streamer U.
That's real shit.
This is last year. People who attended 2025 Streamer U. I looked at their viewership a month before Streamer U. Right. Then I looked at the viewership last month.
Right.
On average, that whole group's down 287 viewers. That whole group. All right? The median, okay?
Wow.
That's the person in the middle. You slash off the biggies, you slash off the lowest, okay? They gained 4 viewers. 4 viewers, that's it. Streamer U, 4 viewer change after a year. 56% of all participants lost viewers or only gained single-digit viewers.
It sounds wild, but it's actually not that surprising to me. It's not that surprising. I think a lot of people, like, it's, how do I phrase this? Like, when everyone's a content creator, everyone's trying to get attention all at once, and I can see how that can come off as, like, incredibly annoying or overstimulating in certain spaces. But, like, for something like Streamer U, where everyone's trying to get their face everywhere, it can be, like, you have to be willing to just do more and more outrageous stuff in order to get noticed in the way that I imagine a lot of these guys want to get noticed, right? I'm sure some people have popped off from Streamer U. Maybe a couple of people were able to convert something at Streamer U into something significant. I couldn't tell you who those people are. Again, I'm not on that side of the internet. But how many people are accepted into Streamer U? 100, 200? And then there's a small handful of that 200 that are going to make it. That feel like it checks out for just, like, percentage-wise, based on everything else is going on. So following a game is handy. There's some part of it that can hook you instead of being completely original with your content. I don't think a lot of these people are gamers. I think a lot of them are here because they are trying to be more of, like, the influencer as opposed to doing gaming stuff. I could be completely wrong, but that's just the vibe that I get from people who would want to go to Streamer U, because you think of who's hosting Streamer U. It's Kai Cenat, who I know has done gaming stuff, but I feel like is more of like a influencer IRL type person as opposed to gaming.
That's year over year, okay? So this opportunity, this once in a lifetime miracle, for most of you, it ain't gonna mean shit. It'll be a cool memory, all right? But that's all it will ever be. Maybe you made extra money this weekend, congratulations. You got a few thousand in the bank. Ron probably is getting $250,000. That's nice. But that's all it will be. It will not effectively change your life. Jason, because honestly, there's things Ron can learn, and you can always learn at any level.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, that's
Actually kind of
the
base
bad
take.
news. That's the bad news. All right, but we
I
want to
mean,
be
there's still stuff that I'm learning.
different. We want to be the ones who succeed. How do we do that? First off, we have to ask ourselves an honest question. Raise your hand by show of hands. Do you want to be a streamer?
It's a good question. Again, I'm talking about like all the influencer stuff. A lot of these people feel like they want to be influencers, and streaming is a path to get into doing influencer type things because they see, you know, a lot of these younger guys, younger girls, and they see the top 1% of the 1% of the 1% lifestyles and the IRL streams and the this and the that, and they think, oh, just streaming is the path. Right? People think they want to be streamers until they realize what they have to do to maintain it. There is a graveyard of YouTube channels with 8 to 10 videos that have not been updated in years. The biggest thing about YouTube is being able to maintain it forever. I've seen so many things, so many channels come and go, and I got a bunch of ideas, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they make all their videos and they make all their ideas. And then they're like, now what? I'm like, what do you mean now what? What's the next video, man? You're only as good as your most recent video. What's the next video? And they run out of steam, not realizing that they need to go forever. And that's way harder to do when you've drained the reserves of what you think you have in the tank. Because then you drain it. What do you mean I have to go forever? That's a lot harder than people think. And it's Mr. Fruit knows. You, Sweat, we all been around a long time. And to keep that engine going that long is really hard. And there's people tapping out after a couple of months, right?
By show of hands, do you want to be a streamer? All right? Now, we're going to sit on this for a moment. Do you want to be a streamer? This question about it. Because maybe
talks about that in the first lesson.
You don't actually want to be a streamer. You want to have what streaming can get you. But there are quicker, better, more efficient ways to do that. Maybe you actually just want to be rich. Maybe you want a large social media following. Maybe you want to have a creative outlet. Streaming might not be the best path to do this. Now, I think when people talk about streamers, we talk about the big guys, talk about the Kais, we talk about the Speeds. That's awesome. That is a very small number of all streamers. That is realistically not gonna be you. I have 3 examples for us today. I have a top 100 streamer in the world, I have a top 1,000 streamer in the world, and I have a top 10,000 streamer in the world. I'm gonna show you guys.
You guys remember when that list leaked of like top 1,000 people on Twitch's income or whatever? I was surprised that my number was higher than I was like around 350. I've probably fallen off the face of the earth. I was 350 back then as like a middling, what I thought was like a middling streamer.
All their revenue and their viewership. We're gonna pocket watch. Guys, we're gonna start off with Mr. Number 95. Guys, we were starting off, with myself.
Yeah, of fucking course.
I'm gonna show you how much money I make. I'm the 95th biggest streamer on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube. It doesn't include that, but
he's only 9,500 subs on Twitch. That is not as high as I thought it would be. I thought he would have been well into the 5 figures. I'm actually surprised by that number.
I'm like
I thought we'd have more.
top 100, somewhere in there, right? These are my metrics.
Category athlete is crazy.
Okay? Then your revenue will probably be similar to mine. I don't stream nearly as much.
Doesn't
as
stream that much anymore, I guess.
Subs. All right.
He's in and out a lot, right? If he's got some shit that he's doing, there's like not a lot of streaming, but like
for me specifically, okay.
If he's got nothing going on, I feel like he's on a
have.
decent amount. But
Here's my expenses.
yeah, what was his hours streamed?
Specifically,
90 hours in a month. That's a little on the low side.
okay, we're gonna go through some expenses that I have. Here's my expenses. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll, $225,000.
Oh my god.
That is for the 15 employees that I have.
Did he say 50 or 15?
Payroll, $225,000. That is for the 15 employees that I have. Next.
15. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was 15 or 50. Bro, I got one person on my payroll, and that was recently. Most of my career has been just me. I'm the only person on the payroll. I got one. Yeah, I got one person.
Next, travel. $55,000. That's a higher number than normal. I ran an event. I had to fly a bunch of streamers out. That's that travel expense.
I was like 55,000 for what are you going first class to Abu Dhabi multiple times?
Next up, events. That is the production of the event. Nice.
Okay. Fine.
Next, marketing. Again,
For the
similar
events.
for the
Fine.
event. It's another
Yep.
$10,000.
Okay.
Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent. $359,000.
I don't think I've even reached half of this number in like the past 5 years for my expenses. And he did double what I've done in 5 years in a month.
Wow. This was just for the month of June, yes. Question.
That's exactly what a 9 to 5 making a year, but yours is good.
That is way more than most 9 to 5 makers in a year, yeah. All right, now's the fun part, guys. Now's the fun part. How much do you get to make? How much do you get to make, y'all?
You didn't say how much he
All right,
makes?
this is the event that I did, by the way. That's why some of the costs were higher. The payroll's normal. I did an event called MCSR Ranked. World Championships is a Minecraft speedrunning event. Anyway, let's talk about how much I made. How did I pay for all of that?
Oh,
well,
boy.
good news for me. Merch sales. I got $7,800.
That's actually a lot of money for merch. I think the most recent drop that I did back in December when we relaunched merch for the first time in like a few years, that whole thing in the entire month, I think I made like $4,000. And that's with like no merch for 5+ years. Hey, announcement, we're doing it, YouTube announcement, blah, blah, blah. He's doing 7,800 in merch with like nothing going on.
Wow.
Not bad. YouTube. That's just the YouTube revenue. This includes YouTube live streams.
I mean, he
shorts,
uploads
and videos,
a ton.
270,000.
He uploads a ton, man.
Twitch gonna be smaller for me, guys. I do not make as much on Twitch. 57,000.
57,000 with almost 10,000 subs, plus all the ad revenue, plus all the TTS that he's getting. That checks out.
I only run about 6 minutes of ads an hour. I have 9,500 subs. That's about what you make for that.
Checks
The
out.
biggest bulk of my money, though, I made a pivot in my life. I decided
I would assume YouTube is majority ad revenue. These numbers aren't looking like more than
I
expected.
wanted to stop being viewer funded. All right, I did a subathon. I had the most subs any streamer did.
I was gonna say, this dude has so many sponsors. I want to see the sponsor money.
I had like an average of 20, 30,000 subscribers. I ran a higher density of ads. And then I said, you know what? I don't feel good as a multimillionaire getting these people.
Like, dude, he was shouting out that Invincible Versus game on every single tip-to-tip video, and all of those videos were getting bare minimum 1 million views. If you don't think he's leveraging the hell out of that,
To pay me money. I didn't like getting 100 gifts. It made me feel weird. I'm going to start pivoting to get most of my bread from sponsors. That's the biggest cut of this.
part of the reason that I started taking on sponsors, other than the fact that I was under monetizing myself a bit and because sponsors were becoming a bit more normal, like I had a very bad attitude, maybe not bad attitude, but just like my attitude towards sponsors when I first started my career was like, I am doing fine financially. I want to be the guy that's like upstanding citizen. Like, I don't need sponsors. I don't need blah, 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 because I make enough money. It's fine. As time went on, like advertising and sponsors got way, way, way more normalized, where it's just kind of like accepted and almost encouraged by like viewers now, where like, get paid, man. Like, go get paid. So slowly over time, my attitude shifted, and it's gotten to the point now where I think it was either last year or the past 2 years. It was a year recently that YouTube ad revenue is actually one of my worst performing things, and sponsors is my highest, right? I think I made more money with sponsors for YouTube content or like live streams than I did YouTube ad revenue. So sponsors are a big deal, especially like amount of work required to how much you get paid. It's not even close. Like I had some sponsors that paid the equivalent of what I would make the entire month doing YouTube content. And it's crazy some of the money that some of these sponsors will pay. So I'm very interested to see how much he
Okay,
gets
I'm
in
a Rebel
sponsors.
athlete. I have an AT&T sponsorship, and I also have an Alienware partnership. These are long-term partnerships. All right, and I do one-off deals as well, as you guys do. This number's 800,000.
Oh my God, that's actually higher than I thought it was going to be. And I already thought it was going to be a really high number. This is what I'm talking about, man. I did one sponsor 1 month that paid more than the ad revenue I made on YouTube that entire month. Imagine I took multiple of those per month and did them every month. Sponsors are crazy. All those ad reads that I do, they're crazy. They are insane. And for someone like Ludwig, who can just be like, almost every video that I'm going to get is bare minimum 500,000 views, it's no brainer. But it's also like, he also said like, I don't want to have to rely on viewers to fund my life. That was also part of my influence for doing the sponsors as well. The less I can like have the pressure be on viewers, the better I just kind of feel. I would much rather companies like Cook Unity, like Logitech, like Manscaped in the past. I would much rather those companies fund my life and get me my paycheck than having to rely on viewers, right? It's just, it's safer. The pressure's off. I don't have to feel like I have to freaking milk my viewers for as much as I can. It's just like, you want a sub? Awesome. I love that. I appreciate it very, very much. But if you just want to watch along, stolen power, free Wi-Fi, neighbor's stolen laptop, ad block, whatever. So yeah, sponsors they're big, and I'm very glad that the attitude has shifted, where like viewers are a lot more not appreciative is not the right word, but like accepting of people taking sponsors. Now, Hazza says, how much do you research sponsors? Because I know some have done some controversial stuff. I don't think I've taken a sponsor of anything that I would not have, like, how do I frame this? I've never taken a sponsor where I've been morally like, I don't know if I should do this one. I don't know if I should do it. Let me show you a couple things that have showed up in my inbox recently. None of these people should be emailing me, by the way. They're not emailing the right email address. Let's see some things that showed up. This one specializes in high performance lithium battery solutions, offering powerful and reliable golf cart battery conversion kits. They want a video. Not really my market. Didn't say yes to that one. Currently looking for people to produce review videos for our AI-powered social platform. Didn't say yes to that one, very obviously. This one's for a keyboard. They want a dedicated video for a keyboard. I don't know how I would make an 8 to 15 minute video on a keyboard. Again, not really my demographic. This is the same company reaching back out to me. I've had like multiple marketplaces reach out to me about doing sponsors. I have had other streaming platforms reach out to me. I have had many things and many people from many different companies reach out to me. First of all, I don't want to say yes to it because it feels morally gray to take a sponsor for something that I have no interest in and my audience is not expecting. I'm not doing a video on lithium batteries, man. I'm not. I should because it's sellout month. I should, but I was even saying no to Raid Shadow Legends back then. This was like right on the cusp of like when my attitude started changing. When Raid Shadow Legends first started popping off, I've said this before, they offered me 5 figures to do sponsored stuff. Multiple times they asked me and I turned them down. I've not done a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor. They offered me 5 figures. This is right on the cusp of where my attitude was shifting with sponsors, and like I think right on the cusp where the attitude of viewers was also shifting. But Raid Shadow Legends was paying big money. They were offering a schmuck like me 5 figures. Imagine what they were offering someone even more popular. Okay, so I try to only take things that I think my audience would enjoy or I would enjoy, and I try to stay within a certain range of sponsors. You know, I don't want to do, obviously I don't want to do any gambling sponsors. No alcohol companies like reached out to me. I've had like vapes reach out to me. Like vape companies have reached out to me. I never did any of those because I don't do that. That's not what I really want to promote. But I've had some weird stuff, and but I always try to stay within certain bounds of things. That's why I've done Manscaped. Everyone's done Manscaped. That's why I do Cook Unity and other meal services that I've done in the past. That's why I've done certain video games, right? That's my range. Okay. Let's keep going.
So the total you can break through 1.1 mil. Okay.
You think as a newbie streamer, you should just grab any sponsor and go from there, be more discerning? No. If you are a new streamer, your goal is like every startup company. You want to get as many users to your place as possible, and then you monetize them later.
Datto,
if you try to
hug Datto, hug Datto,
hug Datto,
hug Datto, hug.
Hug Datto. If you try to monetize too quickly, I think you're going to alienate a lot of people, and you're going to show your cards as like, I want to make money immediately as fast as possible. You cannot have that attitude. You have to build an audience first, then you figure out ways to monetize that audience. Now, that's not to say that you should never take a sponsor, especially if a company is going to offer you a few bucks, but be selective.
Okay. Now, this is the flashy number. This is the top 100.
1.1
Why am I
milli.
showing you this? It is not just a flex, although I am flexing. It is because this is what.
What about Mr. Beast? He basically got famous for taking a sponsor and giving all the money to random people. For every one Mr. Beast there's 100,000 people who that didn't work. How old is Ludwig? I think he's 30. Mr. Beast is an exception, not a rule.
you get to see. This is what people love to show.
And also, that idea's been done already. You can't just do that. You can't just do what he did again. And like, well, Mr. Beast did it. He did it 10 years ago. Or like whatever. That's not going to work now.
To show you the top 100. But you guys aren't top 100. Not all of you, at least. Some of you in this room are. Maybe you want to be. Maybe you'll get there. What does Miss Top 1000 look like? I'm keeping this person anonymous. These stats are real, though. This person is a gamer. They average 1,200 viewers. All right? They stream 130 hours. Their sub count is...
I mean, I've been in this range. I would say this is like the average range that I have been in across my entire career. My sub count's probably a bit higher. The Destiny, if there's one thing the Destiny community does very well,
is y'all sub. Y'all do be subbing, and I appreciate that. I feel like the Destiny community, the Destiny creator community probably has like 2 to 3x subscribers versus like their concurrent viewership. And sometimes it's been even higher for me. My average viewership has been all over the place. It's probably the lowest it's ever been now, but like that's just going to happen when you've been around for that long. I've had average viewers in the 2,500 range. I've had average viewers in the 900 range. I've had average viewers in the 5,000 range. I've had average viewers in the 400 range. It's been all over the place. I would say I average this over my entire career, except my sub count's probably a click higher.
All right, how much do they make? How much does a top 1,000 streamer get?
Let's see.
Sponsorships, $0.
I had plenty of months, $0 in sponsor. This is why I don't really like to work on commission anymore. I'm currently ranked 2053, which seems like an abysmally low number, but in the grand scheme of creators is insanely high. Yeah, sometimes you just have a month with no sponsors. That's it. It happens. Happens to me. But I don't like working on commission. I don't do that. I don't do like, drive sales and we'll give you a cut of... No. You will pay me X amount of money for X amount of views, and that is the end of the deal. If you want to do a monthly thing and I also get commission, I'm fine with that. No more, I'm not doing commission.
Asked them why. They said they think their agency's ass. They haven't had a deal.
Some agencies do be ass. My agent goated.
Okay, it's a much different number. YouTube, 150.
Not a little?
Only
YouTube
150.
presence.
They're not posting really long form videos. They're mostly doing shorts.
Shorts make no money, by the way. They make close to no money. Let's look at my most popular short and see how much money it's made. Or here, I'll just do like a quick rundown. What the F did Bungie do to Consecrated Mind? 200,000 views as a YouTube short. Total earnings, $48. Why didn't they make the Pale Heart a public area? 280,000 views, $57. Let's find the Necrochasm short. Man, Necrochasm is really popping off now, huh? 3 million views. $3,516. Now, granted, $516 for a 36-second long video is awesome. 3 million views? It takes 3 million views to get there, and a lot of my shorts are not getting to the 3 million. It's just not. Although this had a big uptick. This had a very big uptick. As soon as they announced the end of service, this thing has gotten 1 million views. Like, it's been shoved into the... It's got 12,000 views in the last 2 days. What would 3 million pay on a normal video? Depends on how long the video is. Depends on how often it's monetized. Depends on the population watching the video. We're based in the United States. Most of my audience is based in the United States. United States, has some of the highest advertising rates. People from the United States in certain age ranges are the most valuable people to advertise to. Therefore, my advertising rates are going to be a lot higher. Talk to my boy Mtashed. He did a lot of the gacha game content. His main viewer base, where are they? They're in Southeast Asia. They're in India, right? Advertising opportunities, not as high there. So he supplemented his with sponsors because his ad revenue, even though he's getting hundreds of thousands of views per video, the ad revenue is ass because there's not as many advertising opportunities to those geographic locations. Although Mtash is like the king of, like, his sponsor thing would look the same as like Ludwig's probably. Maybe, I don't know how much money he made specifically, but then like, let's compare. Let's compare to a different video. 45-minute video with Jez and Danielle. You know we had to get the band back together. 133,000 views. Monetized pretty aggressively, almost as aggressively as you could. $876. So that video has made more money in a week than that short has made in 2 years, despite having 2.9 million fewer views.
There's not a lot of revenue coming from the YouTube. They're more of a streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right? Twitch, 10,000. That's a good amount of money.
10,000. That checks out. 10K on Twitch, given how often they're streaming, ads, maybe some gifteds in there, right? Bits coming in, whatever, donos. Checks out.
I'm making 10,000 as well. All right? And if you go back to the hours a week, that was your question. They stream 130 hours.
130 hours. It's good. Good
For
chunk.
the month, this is all the month of June. So in total, this top 1,000 streamer made $10,250. That's a good amount of money, right? Yeah. You make 100K
Nice
a year
cash.
being a streamer.
Yeah, this is all from
That's
real
not
people.
bad.
He interviewed people.
All right. Well, let's go one further. Let's go to top 10,000, Mr. 10,000. This streamer is a variety streamer. It's a real person.
180
Real
hours,
stats.
so you're a little over 40
They
hours a
average
week.
150 viewers. Maybe some of you in this room average a similar amount. They streamed 180 hours, the most of me or top
150
1,000.
viewers, 375
That's their
sub count. That's pretty
That's how
good.
many years they've been doing it.
Got a very loyal fan base.
All right, let's check the revenue for June. Sponsorship, 700.
Okay.
They actually made some effort to get a deal. That makes sense.
Got
They've been doing
something.
it 6 years. They have better relationships to get sponsors. YouTube, $0. They have no YouTube presence at all.
That's not good, man.
Can't do that.
Twitch,
Cannot do that anymore.
$3,000.
Unfortunately, you got to be everywhere. It's something that I'm terrible about. You have to be everywhere. You just have to be nowadays.
Grand total, 3,700. All right.
3K. Higher than I thought it would be. Although I guess he's got a lot of subs. And you're streaming a lot of hours, and that ad revenue can add up.
Now, I need you to put this into perspective. That is a top 10,000 streamer in the world.
Right.
That is not a small streamer. That is a big streamer. How many streamers are there in the world? Anyone have a guess?
100,000.
Someone give me a guess. 100,000.
Millions. Literally
Just in the
millions.
month of June, how many
6
people
million.
went live?
7 million,
Just
maybe?
on Twitch. 5 million?
5 mil.
It's not a bad guess, Jason. You're wrong.
6.2 mil. Yeah.
2 million people.
On Twitch?
And that guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much?
Assuming ad revenue isn't included that in 3K. No, it probably is absolutely included in that 3K. It's that the 3K is not just subscribers. It's subs, it's bits, it's ad revenue, it's Twitch Turbo, it's whatever other things roll in, and it's all baked into the paycheck, and you just get one check. But like I'm gonna go to my earnings right now. How many different methods of earning money are there on Twitch? Let's see. Paid subs, Prime subs, gifted subs, ads, Twitch Turbo, cheering, power-ups, hype chat, game sales, extensions, bounties, other bit interactions. All of that is mushed together into one payout. Donations are not included unless they are done through Twitch. Donations are usually done like through PayPal or whatever sort of donation service you might happen to use, and that's usually like a separate thing. But also, there's a very few amount of people who make that much money through tips that it is a substantial portion of their income. For example, tips, I'm lucky to get 1 dono sent through PayPal a month. I've had many months with no donos sent at all. But I don't push it at all. And I say, like, you don't have to. And, like, you know, but for other streamers, higher level streamers, it's a bit more considerable of a chunk because some people, you can only talk to them through donos. I got rid of the tip link, though. Oh, sorry. That probably explains it. I guess, like, sorry, let me rephrase. Super chat. Like, those are incredibly rare. I thought it was down there for some reason. I guess not. Yeah, I got rid of it because I just don't, like, just sub. It doesn't matter to me. Some streamers are so popular, that's the only way you can talk to them is like through a TTS question through a dono, right? Because like their chat's flying or they're just not looking at chat or like whatever.
Is he making?
But for most people, it's a very
3,000.
small portion of their income.
A year, right? Roughly
For me, it's
40K
basically
a year.
nothing.
And that's top 10,000 in the world, okay? The numbers aren't wrong. People trick you. They say stream makes a lot of money. It does.
Right.
For me, but this whole streaming system is rich gets richer. The top makes a fuck ton. When a sponsor wants to do a deal, are they going to small streamers? No. They're trying to hit up iShow Speed, then they go, that's out of our budget. Then they go down the list.
Yep.
They
All
go
based
down
on
the
budget.
list until eventually they're stuck with me. All right? So I just need you guys to internalize this. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you want to be a streamer? Are you happy with the lifestyle? Let's say for the rest of your life.
It's a very good question. It's a very good question to ask.
You are a streamer.
It's a very smart question for him to ask a lot of these people. Do you want to be a streamer or you just want to be an influencer? Because there's a big difference between being a streamer and being an influencer. And I think a lot of people at Streamer U, they want to be an influencer. I don't understand why people are giving thousands of dollars in gifted subs or bits so they get something in return or just to get a famous person to recognize them. For some people, it is about that. I mean, there's been plenty of horror stories of people donating tens of thousands of dollars to streamers, expecting some level of reciprocation. It's unfortunately a lot with women streamers, where men will be gifting them tens of thousands of dollars, to have whatever. For some people, some people view it as like an expense. Like, I am paying for my entertainment. It's like paying for Netflix. Some people have money to burn. Some people like getting their name read, right? That's why some people subscribe. Is I call out your name. A bunch of people have subbed. I know I kind of thank subs in batches when we're in the middle of a segment. Some people just do it because they really like that streamer. That's it. And if you don't want to do any of those things, like, no one's going to begrudge you for that. But some people, they got the money to burn. It's a big part of their life. That's where they like to spend their money. But there should be zero expectation of any kind of like, you gave me money, therefore I'm going to give you something back. Unfortunately, some people don't realize that, and some people take it way too far, and it creates problems. I fortunately have not really had that issue. I know people who have. And I also reach out to people when that amount of money comes my way out of the blue, right? I've had some big gifters. After it reaches a certain point, I reach out and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Let's have a very quick conversation so I can see what your angle is. Because I know people who have been in precarious situations, big time donors. So I always like to be careful, because I'm like, hey, I'm not that kind of streamer. You know that, right? But some people just, that's where they want to spend their money. Some people get addicted to the rush of gifting or tipping. It's the attention. So sometimes it is the attention.
Streamer in the world. That is a successful streamer. You're making 4K a month. All right?
He's got the Red Bulls everywhere.
And fuck no. You're saying fuck no. Okay, but what if that's the reality? Is it only worth it if you're top 100? Or are you happy doing the act itself? Is what you are actually chasing being rich, being famous? Or do you enjoy streaming so much that regardless of the amount you make, you would love to do it for that amount of income? Is it enough that you are full-time, or do you want to hit these higher pursuits? And is streaming actually the path you should take to do that? That's what I'm asking you.
It's a very good question for a lot of these younger generation who, I didn't grow up on influencer culture, right? This shit was not a thing when I was younger. I could not imagine myself being any of this when I was, 13, 14, 15, because it didn't exist. I mean, ask kids nowadays, you see all these polls like, what do you want to be when you grow up? The number one answer is like YouTuber, it's streamer, it's influencer now. It used to be actor, it used to be athlete, blah, 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 whatever. It used to be all these different things, and now it's just, you want to be an influencer. So they grew up in this influencer heavy world, phones, screens. It's just how they grew up. It's what they know. This only started becoming a thing for me when I was already like 18, when I was already in college. That was like kind of the launch of this world starting up in the first place. Do you have an idol you looked up to? I guess like my dad, but like it's kind of like a lame answer, because I feel like most people on average might look up to their dad. Otherwise, not like my dad, my uncle. Yeah, that's about it. But again, like that, the YouTube world, streaming world, like that shit didn't exist. Genuine question. What gets a bigger reaction at you? 50 gifted or $250, about the same cost, but they're represented very differently and you gain different amounts. I feel like it's easy to forget how much money is being put behind some of these large sub numbers. What gets a bigger reaction? I think I would react the same way, because it's like, what's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? It's still $250. I don't look at it as like, how much money did I end up getting from this transaction? I look at it as, how much money did this person spend on me specifically? That's why I get weird when people start doing like a lot of gifted, right? Do you instinctively know that 50 subs is 250 when you see these numbers? Yes. That's why I get weird about it. Someone, B-Dog just did 10. That's like $50. That's a lot of money just to do, as like, especially as like a bit. I guess in some way I'm happy for you that you are in such a comfortable position that you could just drop 5 or 10 gifted for like a bit. But I appreciate that people do it. And I've learned to like stop fighting it. But that goes back to the whole sponsors thing. I don't want to have to rely on the generosity of viewers to make a living, because one day that will come to an end at some point. And I'd rather these companies give me their money than you give me your money, I will accept it. But it's why I get uncomfortable when people are dropping that much money, because it's a lot of money. It's a lot of freaking money, man. It's a lot of money. Yeah, I can do the conversion in my head very quickly of like how much it costs to do gifted, because I do gifted a lot. I gift a lot of subs to a lot of people, right? Almost every day when I'm going to bed, what do I get at 10:46 p.m.? Your subscription is renewing soon. Your payment has been processed. Because I'm subbed to so many people and I gift subs to so many people. It's a lot of money. I would not know. I don't know how much money I've definitely spent thousands on subs over the years, if not like into the 5 figures doing subs. Isn't Twitch Turbo more economical if you're subbed to many? Yes, it is. And as a regular viewer, I think a lot more people should probably just have Twitch Turbo. Me as a streamer, subbing to my streamer friends, really what I should be doing is reaching out to a lot of people and be like, hey, unsub from me and I unsub from you and we both make more money. Because right now, if I sub to Leopard and Leopard subs to me, Twitch is getting a few bucks in between there. I shouldn't be subbed to Lep and Lep shouldn't be subbed to me. We would both make more money not being subbed to each other, but it's just kind of something you do as a streamer to a streamer friend, if you can make it happen.
Are you trying to be a streamer in 10 years who's making $5K a month? That's the question, and I don't know the answer. You got to ask yourselves. There's some people in here who are streaming for the first time at Streamer U. Maybe they're trying out.
Stream for the first time at Streamer U. What the hell? I just kind of become desensitized to it. If I saw someone donated 250, I'd be pogging out compared to a 50 gifted in a weird way. For me, like I've been around long enough that I can just do the conversion, and I know that 50 gifted is 250, probably now $300. So I've learned to interpret it. It's kind of like cash versus a credit card, right? When you pay for something with a credit card, you're not watching the money physically leave your wallet, so it doesn't like hurt as bad versus taking out a bunch of money and then giving it away. It's kind of the same in reverse to something like that. A couple of YouTubers who don't. Okay, fine. Lep's the longest sub towards me. I think he's probably one of the longest subs that I have.
You don't have to be a streamer, y'all. I know it's the buzz, but like there are a bunch of other paths. You can be a YouTuber. You can just be a short form creator. You can be just a social influencer. You could be a real estate mogul if you want to make money. Like there's a lot of other paths you can take in life. You can just work a 9 to 5 as something you're passionate about. You don't have to be a streamer. It's not a guaranteed success. You're not all going to be making millions. All right.
True.
Let's
Very
keep it
true.
rolling.
A lot of people need to hear that, but it should be obvious.
Does this sound like you? I want to see hands if at any point I'm talking about someone or something you're dealing with. I struggle to handle juggling clips and YouTube and streams. Hands up if that sounds like you. Keep your hands up.
Yes.
Keep your hands up if you guys don't understand how YouTube works. All right? Put your hand up, keep your hand up if this sounds like you. My clips do really well, but I don't know how to convert to long-form viewers. I should see more hands up because I looked. 9 of the people in this class, I looked at you guys. You're averaging around maybe 100 to 300 viewers. Your clips are banging. You guys have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. You got millions of views. You got more views than me on your clips, but they're not converting.
It's so hard to convert short form viewers to long form viewers. It's so hard. It's part of the reason that I slowly was giving up on doing a lot of clips and stuff and doing TikTok and doing YouTube shorts. The conversion rate is so bad. And when I talked with like my YouTube partner rep, he was like, you actually have one of the highest ratios of like people who watch your short form and your long form content. And I'm like, my man, that's because I started as long form. I've been doing long form for 10 plus years. And I only just now started doing clips. So of course I'm going to have a really good conversion rate of people watching both. But like, it's like I said at the beginning, what are people doing when they're watching YouTube shorts? It's so rare that someone watches a clip and they're like, oh, I want more of this person doing that thing, right? And if they do, they're like, I want more of this person doing this thing. Let me check out their other short form content first. And then if you're still hooked, okay, let me check out a couple of videos. And then if you're still hooked, let me check out a stream. It's a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of a percentage that's already like, you're already starting with like a minuscule percentage. And then you're taking that minuscule percentage and then making it even smaller and smaller and smaller. And the pipeline is just, it's the thickness of an atom.
Okay, have you ever wondered why? Yeah. Okay, let's hear some theories. Who's got a theory? Why are you not converting? Why are you getting all the success on IG, TikTok, but not on long form?
I want to hear what they think.
At least in terms of streaming, sometimes I feel like I don't see the personality of a streamers on the, like their personality on long form versus short form. Like they're a completely different person when it comes to long form streams, so you don't really see their.
It's not my number one reason, but it's a good point, right? A clip is a 30-second blip of like a highlight from the stream. When you're streaming 6 to 8 hours a day, you're not like pogging out of your mind the entire 6 to 8 hours. And props to you if you are. But it's a very small snippet of a scenario that is probably atypical. That's why it's been turned into a clip. So yeah, it's true. You don't get to know somebody from a clip. You just see like a funny moment. But anybody can be making funny moments. Look at me. I can make funny moments, okay? Me. I can do that.
I think that's a really good point. I'm going to say this louder for y'all to hear. I'm going to repackage it a different way. The expectation of the viewer is not met when they go to the long form content.
Streams can't be clips the entire time. There's going to be downtime. I would say the overwhelming majority of a stream is probably going to be some level of downtime.
That is what is happening to you. All right? Now, before we jump into that, I have a question for y'all. What is worth more? All right, there's a little quiz time. Pop quiz.
TikTok,
Is a TikTok
Twitch.
follower worth more? A Twitch follower or a YouTube follower?
Twitch, and it's not fucking close. I'd say TikTok is probably the least valuable. YouTube is second, and then there's like a massive fucking gap, and then it's Twitch. What's more valuable? A TikTok follower, a YouTube follower, or a Twitch follower?
All right, by show of hands, who thinks TikTok?
TikTok should be nobody.
By show of hands,
Good
who
answer.
thinks Twitch?
100%.
By show of hands, who thinks...
Who's that?
By show of
Valkyrie's raising her hand. I'm raising my hand. Nobody else in this room is raising their hand.
hands, who thinks YouTube?
Dumb. Twitch, it's not even close. Why Twitch? Who's telling me why Twitch? I'll tell you why. Because Twitch viewers are the ride or dies. You are the biggest fans. Anyone can watch a YouTube video. Anyone can watch a TikTok. Anyone can watch a YouTube short. The people who are showing up to live streams, you fucking like me for whatever reason. You are the ride or dies. Therefore, and I hate to frame it like this, you are easier to monetize as a result, right? Even just the basic subscription that you might do makes you infinitely more valuable on like a monetization level than a YouTube viewer or a TikTok viewer. You could be the most dedicated YouTube video watcher. You could watch all of my videos, get hit by like more than average amount of ads. You pale in comparison to someone who's here watching me on Twitch, subbing to me on Twitch. It's not close.
Round of applause.
And that's just a Twitch subscription. That doesn't even include all the other shit.
Valkyrie, only one who got it right. It is. Round of applause for Valkyrie, only one who got it right.
Why am I even here?
It is Twitch. It is Twitch. Why is it Twitch? Why is it Twitch? Why is a YouTube viewer not worth more?
I want to hear his
Jason,
reasoning.
which one? I'm gonna answer the question. Jason, what's your answer?
Twitch sub, I thought we were talking follower. It's a lot easier to take, if you're following my Twitch and you're showing up to the stream, it's a lot easier to convert you monetarily into something far more valuable than the average YouTube follower, average TikTok follower.
Because Twitch is the smallest platform out of the three.
Why would that make them more valuable? If I have a follower on Truth Social, is that more valuable?
Because Twitch is easily monetized.
Twitch is easily monetized? Okay. Why?
Give me more.
Because people, there's just a lot of ways people can give you money, I suppose.
Okay.
It's true, but not the whole thing. There's more.
Because you could still earn revenue on YouTube even if you don't if they don't follow, they're still, you still get views.
And this is your argument for YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you said YouTube was wrong, right?
I mean, YouTube is nice in that you can just put something up and it's done and it's there forever and it can always get viewership, 100%.
YouTube is wrong. I believe Twitch is the correct answer, and I'm down to be debated on this. I think if you were to have 10,000 followers on TikTok, 10,000 followers on Twitch, and 10,000 followers on YouTube, you'd be making more money as the Twitch streamer. Okay?
Agreed.
And ultimately, the reason why is the viewer buy-in. A viewer is going to be much more engaged as a Twitch follower than a TikTok follower. If you think about it,
Average TikTok follower, average YouTube follower. Now, we are saying follower, and my follower count is very, very inflated over the years through all the raid races that I've done. My follower count is meaningless, completely meaningless. So I might be conflicting Twitch follower with a Twitch viewer. And I think there's an argument to be made that my average Twitch follower, technically speaking, is completely worthless. Right? 99.9% of the people who follow me probably watched one raid stream and then never came back. But that's also somewhat similar to YouTube. A Twitch follower is just more engaged with the creator. Yes, it 100%. 100% is.
TikTok follower, that's pretty straightforward. If they watch every single TikTok you post, they probably see 30 minutes of your face in a month. Total. All right? A YouTube viewer, how much are they seeing your face in a month?
As often as you're posting.
But there's edited videos, how many videos you're uploading. Average Twitch viewership, they might spend 30 minutes on one Twitch stream. And you can easily pump out stream a day if you really want. You also have a better relationship with a live viewer than you do with a YouTube commenter.
Twitch is a two-way street. Two-way street. You can talk to me, I can talk to you. That builds community a lot more than something like TikTok, something like YouTube, where the only real way I can talk to people is like a few comments. Same with TikTok. It's a lot. When you can form better relationships with your viewers, you get easier to monetize.
They're not always commenting. Most people don't comment, and you're likely not replying to all the comments. But in chat, you're always talking to chat. You got chat on your phone right now. Chat's probably saying some shit right now. You probably looked over and read them. Has anyone read a YouTube comment while I've been here? No. Has anyone read a TikTok comment while I've been here? Yes. So if you need to sell merch and you have 100 Twitch viewers, or you get a 100 view YouTube video, which one's better? You're trying to push merch to someone. Probably the Twitch follower. They're probably more likely to go buy that. Lacey, why are you disagreeing? What's your point?
No, I'm not disagreeing. The followers, yes, but YouTube has a way better system of getting recommended. So even if you have if you have 100 followers on Twitch, you're not gonna. There's no really chance to get 1,000 viewers. Correct.
True, but also I think that's a separate topic. Discoverability is a big thing, and what he's saying is 100% true. I think YouTube has been getting a lot better at putting your content in front of people who will actually engage with it, as opposed to Twitch, and Twitch has been trying to do more with that over the past couple of years, but I don't think it's necessarily the same conversation as what Ludwig's trying to do.
There is no discoverability. That is correct, but that is a different question. The question is pound for pound, which one's worth more?
Worth more money, not just worth more.
Worth more money, correct. All right, guys, we're gonna tackle your problem today. My clips do great, but I can't get a lot of viewers. Here's the deal. You cannot always be the clip, except for one guy. Hey. That's fake. But this is real. What happens to you guys is you're really good at farming clips. I think at this point, a lot of you really
Viewers see the clip, they go to the stream, they wait for their expectations to be met, they get bored and leave. This is why Jez, Danielle, and myself excel at the long form content, right? Because the long form content, you can watch the long form content. It's like a 20 to 40 minute long video. And yeah, we're chopping out a lot of the best bits. But even in between those bits, there's still some banter that might get cut. There's still some antics that might get cut. And the expectation, if you come to the stream while you're watching me, Jez, and Danielle, pretty much matches what you get on YouTube with the long form stuff. With the short form, there's maybe a smidge of it. You have the highest of high moments during the clip. But if you see a clip of me, Jez, and Danielle, and you come in during a time where we don't really have a bit going for 15 minutes or whatever, or we're super focused on the encounter, and you're like, what the hell? Where's all the funny bits? It's bro, we're in the middle of the fight right now. All right. What about that video Most Critical made a while ago about the revenue of live stream VODs on YouTube versus Twitch? I mean, that applies if you're someone like Moist Critical who gets millions and millions of views. The example he gave was a live stream of him playing Starfield that got 5 million views over the course of however long it was. And if you can monetize, it's easier to monetize the YouTube live streams, but not everyone has the same luxury. as that. That was an 8-hour stream, as monetized as much as you possibly could for a game that had like a good amount of controversy coming in. So everyone wants to see what he's talking about.
So many big yawns, Brim. Brim, we need to make a YouTube short of all your yawns.
Puts up a YouTube video with just a screenshot for the video and for his thumbnail and gets millions of views. Yeah, I mean it's a format that has worked for him. But also when you're that popular, sometimes you don't really need to give a shit that much about some of the finer things. Some of the things that, you know, someone like myself or a lot of my friends might spend hours on and have like a dedicated artist for. When you reach a certain point, sometimes people are just showing up no matter what. Again, he is an exception. He is not the rule.
Understand intrinsically when a moment happens that, oh, that was the clip. I'm going to tell my clipper, or maybe you are your own clipper, you run your own clip account. Tonight, I'm going to post that. I fucking nailed it. All right? You guys feel pretty good about that at this point, I imagine. You probably know exactly, you might even be able to set up these moments. The issue is, you get that clip, how long is that in your 4-hour stream? A minute?
Yeah, minute, maybe
Seconds
2.
sometimes? All right? So then what happens? That person sees you on IG, you get an awesome clip, they go to your stream, and what are you doing? Are you farming a clip at every moment? No, you're a person. No. All right? We're not always exciting. We're not always on. I know I'm not. Okay, there are people who are. There are people who have balanced energy. iShowSpeed has insane energy. Literally every second of that stream, you're like, holy shit, how is he still going? I can't do that. I'm a limited quantity guy. And then I need to go take a bath. That's me. Yep. I'm honest with myself.
Realistically, I think I have, on average, 5 to 6 hours worth of good stream energy in me if I really want to bring the heat. After 6 hours, I feel like for most people after 5-6 hours, they are tapped and you enter a chill state, right? Look whenever I play with Jez and Danielle, right? By the time we're getting to the end of it, we're all out of energy because we're putting everything we got, all of our brain power into making the recording and making the stuff as funny and entertaining as possible. Then we're getting towards the end and we're like, there's no jokes, there's no bits. We're just trying to get done.
I know my strength isn't to perform in a way that will not be met when the viewer comes to see me. I have to be authentically me at all points. You need to be authentically you at all points. The person they should see in the clip should be the person that they experience in the live stream.
Yes.
All right?
100%.
Otherwise, they're just gonna get bored and leave. You're not the clip you in every waking moment.
Yeah, you can't be up here for clips and then down here for the majority of the stream and be like, why aren't people showing up? There has to be some level of being the same. Now, there's also nothing wrong with like trying to spam clips and hoping that something goes viral, but you just can't expect that, like, number one, every clip is going to go viral, and number two, if there is such a radical difference between clip you and regular you that, like, I forget where I started the sentence, but it's again, we already talked about the pipeline of even getting someone from your shorts to your live stream and then keeping them. We talked about that earlier. Most people are just scrolling. Then if they find something you like, they're going to keep scrolling your specific shorts to catch up on all your stuff. And then most of the time, they're going to be done. Then they're going to watch maybe a long form. And if they like that, they'll watch more long form. Then if they still really like that, then they'll come to your stream. It's a very long pipeline that has a horrible conversion rate. But at the same time, not doing clips and doing nothing at all is also going to get you nothing. So you kind of need to do it, even if the conversion rate is terrible, because it's better than not doing it at all.
It's never wrong.
I think community is important too.
Why did I show these people? What's special about these people? Any
No
guesses?
idea who these people are.
They are all on Streamer U, but there's something more.
They've grown a lot lately.
They've grown a lot. That's true.
They're always themselves.
They're always themselves. I like that. So these three.
This might be a VOD watcher
three
skip
of
forward
the 5 most
moment.
successful streamers from last year. These are who you should aspire to be this year. All right. Yes. These people have all increased by, I'm telling you, like 5,000 average viewers. They all went in with hundreds. They now have 1,000 viewers. Okay. They're now doing amazing. Okay. I think they all have different strengths. We're gonna go all through one by one. What did Tota do at Streamer U? Built probably the strongest relationships of anyone at that event. That was able to get him, friends with Kai, friends with Ray, and Mafia-Thon 3, okay? To build a foundation, but build relationships with people here.
Or like
Okay?
100 viewers to 5K
Arky,
after streaming
I
you
think
last
is one of
year.
the kings of authenticity.
for
Arky
them.
wears his heart on his sleeve. It is obvious to everyone who's with him and everyone who watches him. So what you get in the clip is what you get when you hang out with him in real life. It's what you get when you watch him online. He's the same guy. Yano, probably one of the nicest motherfuckers I've ever met. And she's always like that. It's crazy. I expect her to break at some point. She never breaks. All right? Even when people are a little too much for her. Where is he in this room? He's supposed to be in this class. Even when people are too much for her.
Fucking asses.
So anyway, ultimately, guys, look. What I really want you to take away from this is it's all right to farm a clip, but you should be farming it as you. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't, have a burst of 1 minute of energy and then you're back to being somebody else. Be consistent. Be consistent in yourself. Be honest to yourself.
Why are you industrializing content creation? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of creating authentic art? I mean, just because you want to make art doesn't mean you can't get better at it and learn. People want to learn how to be a content creator. They want to learn how to navigate the streaming world. They want to have proper expectations. Also, I wouldn't look too far into this as like industrialization. A lot of this is just a fun event. I wouldn't look too deep into it like that. I'm with you. It's not that serious.
All right. We're going to talk about the content funnel. This is an idea of how to efficiently stream.
I am horrible at this. I've been horrible. I will continue to be horrible with this. Part of, I'd say my biggest failure as a content creator over the decade has been that I do an awful job of taking my streams and repackaging them for YouTube. I am horrible at it. I've been trying to get better at it over the past couple of years. Anytime we're on the stream, how can we take what we are doing on the stream and turn it into content somewhere else? Turn it into YouTube content, turn it into shorts, turn it into blah, 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 whatever. Like having the stream be the stream. I do like just sitting around and shooting the shit and not having a plan for the stream to then convert it into YouTube content. Because that, to me, that mindset, to me, just makes it feel like work. And there's nothing wrong with work, but I think I put on a more entertaining product when I'm not just constantly thinking about how can I turn the next 6 hours into more content. Well, royalty, like that I understand, but there is also a business side to the game, and that's kind of what we're talking about here, or rather what Ludwig's talking about here. There's still like the business side that you need to consider if you want to make it. There are some things that you need to know about content creation world that are important, that isn't just making art, making stream, making blah, 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 whatever. I don't turn on the live stream for the sole purpose of how can I turn this live stream into content. I've been trying to do it a little bit more. We did it yesterday. What did we do yesterday? We did a 4-hour exotic weapon tier list that I will turn into content. We streamed to Jez and Danielle. I'm going to turn that into content. But not every stream is like that. Not every stream. I'm not coming into every stream with the plan of how do I turn this stream into content? I think about it in the back of my head, but I don't want stream personally to feel like a work session. I don't want it to feel like you are just watching me work. I don't like that. Sometimes I like it. And sometimes it's easier to do than others. We're hopping on Mecha Chameleon. Easy couple YouTube videos, right? Easy couple of videos. We got a good game of Deadlock. Perfect video. Some of that stuff is very easy to do. But sometimes it's nice to just have like a stream that's just the stream. And I think too much of like everything that I must do must be monetized at every single waking moment of my life is not healthy. Unless you like it, right? Unless you like it and you can make it enjoyable, right? I know some people are talking about Cross in here. He has navigated that pipeline perfectly, right? He's got an army working for him, turning everything that he's doing into some kind of a YouTube video. And that's the way he wants to do it. And he's navigated it from the business side in a very good way. It's something I have historically been shit at because I like having YouTube Datto, and then I like having stream Datto. But that's also been the way that I've made a lot of my content. A lot of my content's been this curated, scripted stuff, and it's only been recently that I've been taking stuff from stream and chopping it up for YouTube purposes. And it is something I plan on utilizing much more going into my future because the workload is crazy. When you are not turning your streams into work, to do a 7-hour stream just as its own thing, then you get a quick dinner, and then you got to do another 3 to 5 hours of writing, recording, production work. That's an insane work schedule, and I hate it. I want to have a life. So that pipeline is something that I've been very bad at, and I acknowledge I've been very bad at it. And could I do a lot more to turn that pipeline or the content funnel into something a bit more efficient? Absolutely. Absolutely I could. I personally just don't have it in me to make every single stream like a work session that people happen to watch.
Right now, when you guys stream, what are your strengths? Getting a couple clips.
Yeah, nice. And that's okay. That's okay for me because I'm not that aspirational.
I want you to start shifting your paradigm. A stream.
Don't most streamers hire someone to deal with the editing stream content? If you have the luxury, yeah. If you're just starting out, you got to do everything yourself. You got to do everything yourself, right? People down in the 100, 200 viewer range. I was doing I could have afforded help years ago. I just didn't because I'm a crazy control freak who likes things done a very, very, very specific way. A lot of other people, they might break even or lose money having an editor. And then it's like, well, what am I like that? Then you have to look at it as an investment. Brim, do not. Where like you're going to lose money on it. But the hope is that all the money that you make from YouTube funneling it into an editor, thumbnail person, whatever, eventually grows your brand enough that then you start to pull in a profit. There's a girl yesterday with like sub 500 viewers tell Lud she hires out for everything. And she probably makes nothing because you're betting on yourself. You're betting that hiring all this help is going to propel you to the next level. And for some people it does, and for some people it doesn't. Took us years to convince you to get an editor. Because my mentality was, it's Datto does Destiny. It is not some guy does Destiny. So for me to have my finishing touches on everything really sealed the deal into like, it's me. It's just me out here, y'all. I'm doing Destiny. It's me. I'm not contracting this out to someone. My attitude has shifted dramatically since those days. Dramatically.
I want you to start shifting your paradigm. A stream is now a recording session.
Right.
And it can be. I'm playing variety with the boys. Of course I'm booting up the stream. Of course I'm recording. I'm chopping that up. I'm throwing it onto HelloDatto. And for a lot of people, this should be what you try to come into it with. But some days I don't want to do that.
We're not just booting up stream to fuck off for 4 hours, get 3 clips, go home. We're not booting up stream to play a video game for 6 hours and stream, go home. That is a waste of your time. It is a less efficient use of your time. This is a recording session. What can you record in a stream?
A lot.
This is an example of one of my streams. This is one of my best streams. Why is it one of my best streams?
Made $2,000, lost 6 subscribers on YouTube. Streamed for 6 hours, 7,500 people, bunch of subs. You know, you make a good amount of money just from the live stream itself, for sure.
You had fun.
No.
You had an event.
No, I did not have an event. The title is Games with Friends. CoffeeZilla video later.
Authentic.
Authentic? No. No, not authentic.
No, games with friends, brother. Games with friends. We're booting up the stream. We're playing games together. I'm taking those games. I'm chopping them up. I'm putting them on YouTube. Done.
I got a video.
A good video out of it.
Every second.
I got multiple videos. From this one stream,
6
it's
videos.
6 hours. There's 3 separate VODs. Those are just cut-ups, not edited, of the segments. All right, I came prepared with segments. 3 different edited videos.
What has got? God Gamer Gauntlet, reacting to CoffeeZilla, and gaming with friends, and gaming with friends. More reaction, more Gamer Gauntlet.
God Gamer Gauntlet, it's a challenge.
Oh, those are okay. Those are. Oh, I see. Okay, so he's this is like his side channel, and this is his main channel.
I do. Magic Chameleon
Or something
with
like
some
that,
friends,
and a couple of shorts.
And I reacted to a CoffeeZilla video. Then I also had a couple clips out of it. Okay, that's all from one.
Yeah,
stream,
his
though, 6
VODs probably
hours.
make a crazy amount of money.
I recorded all that. Just for your information here, I didn't put it in this
I
slide.
mean, we literally saw it. He talked earlier about how much money he made on YouTube. It was like 5x what he did on Twitch, which is it's actually the opposite for me, to the point where Twitch, out of like the big three, Twitch, YouTube, and sponsors, Twitch makes me the most amount of money. An example that I gave was when I think it was Sunder Doctrine came out. Like Vauda and I worked really hard to get like 15 to 17 videos up on YouTube during that month. And like put a lot of good stuff out there. It was really good. And that month on YouTube, I made 4 times less than what I made on Twitch. 4 times less. If you include the if you don't include the Sunder Doctrine raid race or dungeon race, I still made 2.5x on Twitch compared to YouTube. And I put my whole ass into YouTube. I put my whole ass into it. And so did Vauda. We were cranking videos, and it still made 2.5 times less than just Twitch streaming did. But is YouTube ad revenue really that bad? Yes and no, because the stuff that we were making is this heavily curated, scripted content that's only, average 10 to 20 minutes long. Compared to some of these longer videos where if you can get people to stick around for the whole video, one of these longer videos can be worth a lot more if people stick through the whole thing than this finally chopped down piece of content, because the only thing that matters is the duration of the video and how many ads you can put in it, right? It doesn't matter how much work I or Vauda put into a video. Of the video length is the thing that matters, and keeping people in that video for as long as possible. I worked on that Locked Tomb book series video for so many hours. It was a 2-hour video. I don't think I monetized it super aggressively, but I still monetized it. But the viewership on it was not very high, right? Compared to like me potentially uploading this is going to be a lot less work to chop, right? It's going to be the same duration, and it might make the same amount of money. This video will take approximately 3 hours to chop up. The book video took 60 hours to listen to all the books, all the scripting, making the cosplay, filming it, editing it, doing all the writing, which I think I just said already. All that's like 150 to 200 hours. Yes, that video did personally fulfill my soul. Yes, it did. Absolutely it did. That video being 2 hours long, something else being 2 hours long, 150 to 200 hours on this one video, 4 hours on the other one, still making the same amount of money.
The streams, they made 5K. It's pretty good. Okay? All of these together.
How much money does someone using YouTube Premium give a creator? It's not none. It's not none. You get a percentage of people's subscription. So if you have YouTube Premium and you only watch me, I'm getting a lot of your YouTube Premium money. It kind of splits it up based on everything that you watch.
They made 25K. And you're able to get all this out of one stream.
Yeah, so he said these VODs made 5x the amount of money that the stream itself did, because, I mean, he's getting millions of views on these videos. They're heavily monetized, right? So for him, yes, the ratio works out better where he can monetize his YouTube content and it goes to the frickin' moon, whereas I might monetize stuff, but if it's not getting enough viewership, it might be a little more even. Ever thought about making a Patreon? No, I don't want a Patreon. I don't want a Patreon. I don't need a Patreon. Use it to post sneak peeks at scripts, videos, gather feedback or opinions on other stuff. I use my Discord for gathering opinions and gathering feedback. To me, Patreon is a service that is valuable to a lot of people. For me personally, I don't even want to maintain YouTube memberships, because a lot of YouTube memberships, like, they ask you to supply things other than just like, you can give me money for free. And I'm not willing to do the extra work to like give people more options for a YouTube membership. That's why I don't push YouTube memberships at all. Here, at least you got like some of the emotes and blah, 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 and the badges, whatever. But yeah, for me, Patreon is not something that I've ever needed, nor wanted to maintain.
If you just spend the time to plan out what you are going to do on stream. Raise your hand.
Hi, cutie.
And I just want to keep everyone's hand raised right now. And I want you to only put your hand down when I say, I'm basically trying to find out how many hours you stream. So everyone's hands up. Do you stream at least 1 hour? Hands up. Do you stream at least 1 hour a month? Hands up. Do you stream at least 1 hour a month?
Everyone's hand should be up.
All right. This is good. Do you stream at least 10 hours? Keep your hands up if you stream at least 10 hours.
Your hand should still be up.
All right. 50 hours. Hands up. Do you stream
hand
50
should still be
hours?
up.
At least 50 hours.
Should
if you
still
put your
be up.
hands down, you're not streaming enough. Do you stream at least 100 hours? 100 hours
Most
a month.
hands should be
100
up.
hours a month. If you put your hands down, you might not be streaming enough. Are you streaming 120 hours?
Sometimes.
Most hands should still be up.
Okay. Hands are still up. 150. My hands down.
Some hands coming down, my hands coming down.
All right.
I'm around 130.
3 hands. 160. 180.
160 is 40 hours a week. That's a 9 to 5.
220. How many hours do you stream? Can I ask you? Around 200 hours. Your hand's still up back there.
200 hours. You're really hitting diminishing returns, I think, after a certain amount of time.
250.
Unless you're just built differently. Some people are just built differently. Look at Glad. Bro streams like 15 hours a day every day. He's just built diff, right? Some people are just built differently and they can stream all that time and be loving it the whole freaking time. Most people are not.
50 hours. 260? 300 hours.
300 hours.
Is it 300 hours? Yes. That's how many hours?
300 hours. You know how many hours in a week, chat? How many hours in a week? 168 hours in a week. Okay? This guy is streaming almost 50% of his life. That's too much. That's too much, man. Glad doesn't do any YouTube, though. It's still a lot of streaming. Leopards is an exception. He's in the subathon right now. That's a lot of streaming. Maybe he's built diff. I don't know. At some point, you hit a diminishing return. I need days away from the stream just to recharge myself. JC streamed 568 days in a row. Is he streaming for 10 hours a day every single day, though? He's also, again, exception, not a rule. It's a lot of hours. And again, bro, maybe he's built differently. Average 8 hours. Some people build differently. I'm not one of those people. I am built very normally. Oh, I know Kadril. Danielle's a mod in Kadril's stream. Maybe not anymore.
Guys,
but used to be.
Listen up. If that 300 hours is true, you're making a mistake. You're making a mistake. You said 200 hours?
I got corrected. 161.
That is still too many hours in my mind. I think you guys are streaming too much. I genuinely believe that. I think every streamer should be streaming in the sweet pocket of 100, 150. I think that's like the perfect
I'm
zone.
squarely
100.
in that. What's my hours past 30 days? 116. I'm a little on the low end because I think we missed a couple days. Yeah, there's a stretch here where I missed a couple days of streaming. 144 hours. 144. May, 111, but we missed a lot of days.
To 150, all right? Some of y'all need to do more. I've looked at your stream hours. Some of you guys aren't doing enough. I think some of you guys aren't sure if you want to be streamers. I think some of you guys are still exploring that. That's fine. But if you want to be a streamer, I think at least 100 is right. I think anything over 150 is a waste of your time. You're just being less efficient. Okay, why? Because you're not getting...
And again, like a lot of these guys that you're mentioning, Jinxie, Kadril, they are the kind of people that can stay live for forever, and they're just raking in ad revenue. Because at that point, as long as you have eyeballs on the stream, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If I could stream to 1,000 people a blank screen and you would sit around and watch the ads that play over the blank screen, I would do it. And so would everybody else. The only thing that matters is how many eyeballs are on your screen watching ads at the end of the day. And for some of these guys, if they have 30, 40, 50,000 viewers, the top of the top of the top, they can stream 10 hours a day and still make crazy money. They don't need to be efficient.
Getting the value of each of these streams, right?
I have in a raid race.
Like this.
Yeah.
Your 6 hours, what can you show for? 4 Instagram clips? Okay. How much did that make?
Nothing.
Exactly. So we're gonna do a little exercise right now. And this is an exercise you guys should be doing every single day. Let me say that again. This is homework today.
Create 3 different stream ideas.
You should be doing it every
$1, $1,000.
single day. I do it every day.
Is that 100?
I've been doing this 8 years. I think of stream ideas every
100,000?
fucking day. I'm the only guy who thinks of them. Other people have teams. I think that can be a very helpful thing. I'm a little protective over my process. That's just my personal style. On your phones or pen and paper if you prefer.
$1,000, 100,000. 3 different stream ideas. For free, what am I doing? I'm probably trying to boot up a collab with people. I'm doing the McCrelly food challenge. I know it's not $1, but it's essentially like not that much money. That's what I'm doing. Nothing crazy, right? A collab. It's a good way to do some cross-pollination with some other audiences, stuff like that. For $1,000, I'd love to do some IRL stuff. Drive around Seattle, go to Pike, do some buying, little tour, something like that. Check some places out. 100,000. as soon as I'm better at it, I put on my own drag show and I invite people out to come perform. That's what I do. I'd invite people out. I'd make it a charity thing, and we rent out a theater in Seattle and have people come perform with a specific theme in mind. I would want the theme would be like I don't know what like the genre is, but if I had all the money in the world to do something like this, it would be I want people to sing. I want people in like glammed out suits and dresses. I want someone playing the piano behind them. I want them standing in front of a microphone like it's the fucking 60s, 70s, whatever. And I want people to come glammed, formal as fuck. Not necessarily burlesque, but in that direction. Not necessarily like that. But I want people glammed the fuck out.
This is an activity. Get them out right now. Break them out, come on. I want you guys to time any point. Out, whatever. And then final one. All 3 minutes.
All right. For the people who watch this, am I missing anything by skipping through this? Because I feel like they're just kind of... That's fine. Talking right now.
Thing that I have done so I can relate to this and I can better it. So some mailbox, shows, come back home, show some merch that people send me.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I would do with the 1,000? I would do the video idea that I've been wanting to do for a while. The video idea that I've been wanting to do for a while, which I think I've talked about on stream, is going back and getting lessons in sports that I played as a kid to see if I could still like get good. How quickly can I get good at something in a day? That's what I would do. And I'd bring someone with me to film the whole thing, get like a lesson from somebody, and have the whole stream be there. And how quickly can I get good at a thing that I used to do?
This exercise is something you should be doing again. How often? Every day. Every fucking day. All right. I want to hear a few of your ideas. What you got?
All right, so boom. I go by Larry King. I'm a cashier at a gas station.
You go by Larry King, man? Larry King? We already had Larry King. There's no more Larry Kings allowed. We already had Larry King, and he was one of the most famous interviewers of all time. You mean name yourself Larry King? You couldn't come up with something different?
A dollar idea that I could do. I could just be desktop at the crib, you know what I'm saying, talk to my, my community, my people.
Okay.
I could buy like a hot chip or whatever, do that on stream, you know what I'm saying, desktop. For my $1,000 budget or, you know what I'm saying, idea I have for that. Chat, what did I say for that one? No, I got it. 24-hour stream at my gas station, you know what I'm saying. I could pay for a tent to sleep inside, like a tent or whatever, because we do have running customers.
Are you paying for production crew?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
Just me. But I'm paying for like a bunch of things.
He streams at work. There's a lot of people who stream their work. There's a guy who like streams him like his hot dog stand. There's some people who stream at a gas station. There's some people who stream their door dashing, right?
So we could do in the gas station. Yeah. That's my $1,000 idea.
Okay.
Now for my $100,000 idea,
the dream.
I want to do a gas-a-thon. 30 days straight to gas station, 24-hour security, 24-hour surveillance, which we do have, and I want to have mad different things going on. And again,
be more ambitious. What do you mean you want to work at your gas station for a month straight? Be more ambitious, motherfucker.
Gas station.
Okay, I like that.
$100,000.
I like that one. All right, I just want to hear your best idea. Jason, what you got? Best idea.
Be more ambitious. Come on, man.
Idea. I want to do a boxing event on an island for 7 days.
For 100,000, it's 100,000, man. It's not $1 million.
Oh yeah.
That might be closer to $500,000, but I appreciate the enthusiasm of that idea. Dad, what you got?
$100,000 idea. I'm gonna do National Geographic Part 2 in Alaska.
I like it. What you got?
That's fun.
I really love D&D and storytelling, so I want to do a 360 immersive D&D session with Matthew Mercer and a bunch of really fun D&D videos.
That's 100K?
That'd be cool.
95K on Matthew Mercer, I got you. Yeah. Lacey, you're excited. What you got?
$100,000 idea is the world's largest mukbang.
Pretty good idea. In the back, what you got?
Breaking into the bank and stealing $100,000 worth of change.
Wait, say that one more time?
Breaking into the bank and stealing $100,000 worth of change.
Breaking into the bank and stealing $100,000 worth of chains. Be a good stream. All right, last one. What you got?
Casino stream can't leave till you double the 100,000.
Don't do that.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. All right, guys. These are really good ideas. Okay? But I want to talk about what makes an idea good. All right? What makes a stream idea good? I'm a little different than you guys. I'm older. I've been doing this 8 years. When I stream, I'm thinking about a YouTube video. I'm not thinking about a clip. That's how people do it in modern day. I think we should all be thinking of both. I think you guys are already good at the clip. That's second nature. Let's stop thinking about it. Let's think about the thing that's more sustainable. Holding long-term viewership, making a YouTube video, being authentic. Let's work on those weak points. The clip is second nature. For me,
if the clip happens, the clip happens, right? If it happens, it happens. It's I know like there's like a meme of like clip farming and stuff, but like if the clip happens, the clip happens.
I have to do the opposite. The YouTube video's easy. How do I get a clip? I'm 30 fucking one. I don't know what to do.
Oh, he's 31. Yeah, I'm 36. What the fuck do I know about clips, man? I'm not the creative director of Polaroid. What the fuck do I know about cameras?
That's not old. That's your job.
I'm old school. I grew up on the long form content. That's what I know. I know long form. Clips for me are horrible. Now, granted, do I play a game that's horrible for getting clips? Yes, I do. But also, I'm not good at short form. I don't like doing it. I'm like, when I'm done with a YouTube video, the video's done. The thing that went up today, right? All the dungeon builds, solo dungeon builds, right? Video went up. Titan, Warlock Hunter. What should I be doing with that video? That video should be getting formed into 3 or 4 shorts. It should be doing that. I should be doing that. Am I doing it? No. Why? Because I'm tired and I hate it.
It's practice.
But I should be doing it. And a good YouTuber would be doing that. And they'd be posting it to YouTube, and they'd be posting it to TikTok, and they'd be posting it to Instagram, and they'd be posting it to fucking Billy, and like whatever the fuck. I am just tired. The video took me forever. I don't want to be on this video anymore. I'm tired. I'm done.
So anyway, I'm going to go through a couple of my ideas here, and then we're going to talk about what makes an idea good.
It should be a short of each build. It absolutely should be. I should be making shorts of all the build videos that I do. I don't do it because I'm tired. I am just tired. And a lot of my shorts need a shorts specific script. It's hard to just break down the video, the short form video, the long form video. And it's tough to just take that video and take the segments and then turn them into shorts. They need their own specific script and style and filming and boo. What's the real purpose of posting your shorts if TikTok followers are the least valuable thing per revenue? Because TikTok can still make decent amount of money, and it's just about reach. It's just about reach. It's about hitting as many people as possible, because not doing TikTok is worse than TikTok, like however shit TikTok might be for trying to convert long form viewers. It's where people are. It's where people are watching things, right? And even though the conversion rate is awful, it's still making some amount of money in the background. It's still putting your content in front of people that would have not otherwise seen the content. And giving yourself a shot is better than not giving yourself a shot. And exactly, just because they're the least valuable doesn't mean they're not valuable.
This is one idea here. This is a thumbnail for it. It's called Bro v Bro.
I stole it.
A lot of people stole this idea. It's a good fucking idea.
Great idea.
It's basically me versus another creator, finding out who the better gamer is. We do a best of 7, competing in a variety of video games. All right, I've been doing this for years now. I know it's a good idea because Ron stole it, Jason stole it, Jinxie stole it. One note on that. When someone steals your idea, congrats, you do well. Do not feel bad about it. Do not be bitter about it. Do not reach out to them about it. It is okay. And here's ultimately the truth. Someone who steals an idea makes you their ceiling. They will not be bigger than you until they do shit better than you. And if all they're doing is mimicking you, then I promise you, they will never surpass you.
A lot of people surpassed me with the damage testing stuff. A lot of people did. I started very, very early. I had some people get very jittery around me early on when I was doing the damage testing because they were worried about stepping on my toes and stepping on my content. Like, oh, only one person's allowed to blah, blah, blah. Only one person. And I had some people that were very nervous around me back when I started doing damage testing because I was one of the only people doing it, and I was doing it, I think, on a pretty high level. right? And other people have come taken over. Not that like damage testing is the most novel idea in the world, but other people have come over and made that their entire identity. And that's where people have, people surpassed me on that side of things forever ago, right? That's not what I chose to pursue anymore. And some people made it their whole shtick to like, they're going to be that guy. And that was something that I wanted to be way back in the day, but the game just didn't have enough at the time for me to pursue that kind of stuff in the full-time way that a lot of people can do it now. Like the kind of stuff that Aegis is doing is what I imagined I would be doing when the game first came out. And the game just didn't support that level of detail. The second video I ever did when the game actually released was testing the increased melee attack speed perk on like a set of gloves. That's what I had to work with. And as time went on, my passion for that kind of thing fell off while other people wanted to make it their thing. But that's the kind of stuff I envisioned myself doing because that's the kind of stuff that I was super interested in way back when. But we just didn't have the systems for it.
This is an older one. It's called an Amazon stream.
Stole that shit.
I gave my chat $1,000, and Ron is right. This is a stream that Soda Poppin' did initially. OG streamer Soda Poppin'. I took the idea. The only thing I twisted is I gave my chat an exact amount they could spend and then a time limit to spend it in. So there's a little bit of stress on chat's behalf. I've done this stream, I'm not shitting you, probably a dozen times.
He's done it.
It works every time. I've done it for 1,000, I've done it for 10,000, I've done it for 30,000.
About to snatch that shit.
All I do, I give them the amount of money, I let them send me links, they vote on what they want to buy. Yes, we buy it, no, we don't. Huh? Pills? These are height pills, yeah, stand tall, growth pills. How much are those? Yeah, I'm 6'3". Imagine that. All right, $100,000 idea. This one's a few years old. 24 hours in the wilderness. I had a whole production crew. I streamed outside for 24 hours. I had a bunch of wildlife experts come through. They helped me through it. This was a 24-hour stream production. That's where the cost came from. Okay? $100,000.
You'd be surprised how quickly you could... Jesus, that's a curse.
You make money on that shit, Ludwig?
Cursed image. You'd be surprised at how quickly a lot of that stuff can add up in terms of expenses. 24 hours, constant stream, need a whole crew, need to make sure the crew is good. It's not just you out there and the crew needs nothing. The crew they gotta get fed, they gotta be doing all the shit they're doing in the background. All
Fuck
that.
no. It's a good question. Why not? Because it costs a lot. And you don't necessarily make more. It doesn't scale that way. For me to make that much more, I'd have to have that exponential increase in viewership. I'll say maybe at the time I was averaging like 17K viewers. I think for this stream I might have had like 27K. It's more, but it's not enough to cover all the bills. Was it worth it? What do you think?
Yes.
Why?
Because, even though it was a live stream, 24 hours, right? You could get clips, YouTube.
You can get a lot of content out of a 24-hour stream. I think I don't know if he's trying to angle this as like a trick question, because if he's angling it like a trick question, was it worth it monetarily? Maybe not, but maybe in terms of his like brand, just like his global brand itself, and like the kind of things that he could potentially do in the future, then yes, 100% it's worth it.
Shorts, and it's like so many that you could benefit from just that.
I can do that from my home for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's different too.
Adapt?
I think now you have the case study of what that much money turns over for content. You know when you can spend that much money.
No, this is going to be expensive. You can math it all out how much money you think you're going to make.
Stay at the crib and spend less money, and it gives you an idea of where.
Yeah, was it worth it?
Around.
No, if the idea is just like, let me try to do this really expensive thing to see if it's worth it, versus just like staying at home and not having anything cost anything. You just stay at home and never do anything ever.
That's true. I think you can trial things. I think you should take risks. I also think it's okay to have lost leaders. Big ideas, big events. Maybe they don't make a lot, but they mean a lot to the people who watch you.
They put you on the map.
People see the effort that you put in. If you are not doing things that are exciting to you, exciting to them, viewers slip away. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a stat I heard year over year, all right? Your viewers will change. Yep. So maybe if you have 1,000 viewers this year, if you have 1,000 viewers next year, 50% of those people will be different. Damn. That's the turnover.
I've had a lot of regulars come and go over the years, man. I've had a lot of regulars come and go. Some of you that are regulars right now, you were not here when I was starting out. Now I do have a lot of old viewers as well, right? But my audience today is very different to the audience that I had a few years ago when I first started, all that. I'm hoping in 2027 I get off my ass a little bit more. I know people mainly know me as a video game streamer, as the Destiny guy, and that's fine. I'm not, there hasn't really been like a pressure on me to be like, why are you like not going out and doing more? That pressure has never been on me because of what I do. But for my own personal benefit, I want to start doing some stuff. Maybe not like backwoods camping. Why 2027 though? Because the rest of the year, I want to just relax a little bit, right? I'm basically like soft resetting the channel, probably beginning of September, mid-September. And the rest of the year, I want to just stream, get the Deadlock channel up and running, get some variety content up, and just spend the rest of the year stabilizing myself. I've been doing this a long time. I spent a lot of hours working, a lot of hours streaming. I just want to live like a normal person for a little bit. Yeah, like the stunt fire video thing. That was awesome. That was awesome to do. Find more things like that to go do and make videos like that a little bit more. That's what I want. But for the rest of the year, I want a little bit of downtime, right? I want like a soft sabbatical. That's what I need. I'm not going to disappear for 3 months. But if I'm not going to disappear for 3 months, I cannot be going crazy style like I have for the past 12 years. So I'm going to take it easy. And then 2027, we'll see where we can go from there. And then 2027, for me, is going to be the year of seeing what we can make happen. And if we're still cooking by the end of 2027, we'll keep it rolling. And it's pretty much case by case, day by day basis for me starting in 2027. We'll see where we go.
50% of those people will be different. It's not the same people coming in. You don't have this static pool. People got lives. People get older. People stop watching streams when they get 30. They got a family and shit. All right? So
bro, I was watching Moon every night for a long time. And then Danielle and I met. And now I spend my nights doing other things, right? When you're chilling by yourself, you got a lot of extra time on your hands. I was watching Moon every night. Every night. I was there. Shit happened. I didn't stop liking Moon. I just had other shit to do, and I just can't watch streams as much anymore.
These lost leaders can also bring in those new viewers. They can help recycle the people who are eventually going to leave. I got one more for y'all. This one is $1 million. This is Streamer Games. All right? And this is a follow-up to your question. Okay, is it worth it? Streamer Games, year 1, guess what it did? It lost money. Streamer Games, year 2, guess what it did? About broke even. Streamer Games, year 3, guess what it's gonna do? Even. It's gonna make money. Yeah. All right, the more often you do an event, the better you will get at doing it for cheaper. Also, the better it will perform, right?
This is the reason that I haven't IRL streamed, despite having the IRL backpack for the past 6 years. We bought that IRL backpack around COVID. And I was like, if you don't buy the backpack, then you will never even attempt to do IRL streaming. And I've yet to use that backpack to do any IRL streaming, partly because the data plan, like I didn't want to pay that much money for a data plan to use it literally one time, but also because there's the worry about like the first time setup and going through all the technical issues and all this stuff. I should get off my ass and do it. And I haven't yet. And that's something I want to change, is coming up with more ideas for like IRL stuff and then actually fucking doing it. Should IRL stream the booth at GCX? I was thinking about it. I'm already going to be busy enough. And I just don't know many people who are going to give a shit to watch the live stream of me at GCX. Yeah, like tech issues with an IRL stream, forget it, man. We literally brought the backpack to Korea to potentially do content live stream content in Korea. Once we learned how busy and exhausted we were going to be after a day of school or after a day of like whatever we were doing, that quickly became a nothing. We were not doing anything and instead opted for YouTube content instead. I don't know if I'm going to vlog it. I've vlogged it a couple of times. I just don't. If someone was vlogging it for me, then maybe. I just don't like vlogging. I don't like being the one taking out the camera. If Danielle did vlogs, she would have the greatest vlogs of all time because I'm always filming her. But I don't want to make her film me, right? But then also, yeah, it was like, oh, fly me out there. The amount, I'm not going to make back the money flying somebody out and being my camera person filming a GCX vlog. It's going to cost me $2,000 to house you, feed you, hire you as a camera person. I want to make the video that will make $150 and simultaneously have to worry about like all the stuff going on at GCX versus just sitting there and enjoying GCX. It's just not something I want to micromanage. GCX for me is already work. I'm not trying to work on top of my work. You feel me?
People know about the event now. The streamer you hyped this year. How long did Kai spend hyping this up? 2 weeks maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe? When did y'all find out when you're gonna fly in? A week ago?
Yeah.
5 days ago? Right? But why did y'all come? Because you knew what streamer you was. All right? You knew the opportunity that it was because it's already proven. So doing things multiple times is a good thing. You can't hammer it home, right? You don't want to be the 50th season of The Simpsons. You gotta try some new shit, but if something works, do it again. This is what you should be doing as a YouTuber, as a streamer, whatever. You were thrown.
If something works, do it again. Jez asked me, hey, you did that cookie video, the Instagram cookie video. Why are you not just spamming that kind of video over and over and over again? Why are you not just making, we bought weird food on Instagram? Like those videos always do gangbusters. That is still, I think, the highest viewed video on the second channel. Why are you not doing more of that? For me, the answer was I didn't do that idea to like test it out as a way of like, oh, is this going to be the new series that I'm going to have on the channel? That was just something that I was like, this looks fun. Let's try and make like a Drew Gooden style video where I buy a bunch of shit from Instagram and then we try it. That was the entire point behind it. I had an idea and I wanted to do the idea and then that's the end of the idea. If I really wanted to grow a YouTube channel that was like, hey, let's try a bunch of random stuff on Instagram and then do that a few times and then try to convert it into something else, I would have done that, right? Buying random stuff on Instagram and trying it out is a proven video concept. Proven. But that was just not the path that I wanted to take for that channel. I wasn't trying to like find the next cash cow.
Don't shit at the wall.
For that.
Something clicks.
Not right now anyway.
We're gonna do it again. Don't typecast yourself though. All right? Don't be like one of those people on TikTok. They got one bit, they do it in perpetuity, and then that's all they ever are.
Yeah, who would ever do that?
You know, you should explore new avenues, but if something works, keep doing it. All right, next up.
Next up. We're not done.
Christmas. This is something that I've thought about a lot, that helps me a lot, that I'm just, maybe will help some of you.
Where are we going with this?
Do you guys remember being at school, for some of you it's not that long ago, and you're fucking sick of school, but Christmas is around the corner. And that's exciting, that brings you there, pulls you, it literally pulls you through the last week, month of school, whatever, because you're excited to get to Christmas, okay? As a creator myself, I can get very tired of the monotony. I have a strict schedule I adhere to. I go live X amount of days. I farm XYZ YouTube videos. You do that for 8 years, it gets boring. So what keeps me?
Do I think I could be more creative? Could have been more creative on the main channel with the kind of content that I do. I do think I could have. Doing it for this long, I became jaded and creatively bankrupt. There's only so much creativity you can do with what I do. When you've been doing it for as long as I have, if you start to lose some of the passion for it. The past like 3 or 4 years have been creatively bankrupt for me. That's why I've started to try to branch out, play with other people. It's because it's so creatively bankrupt and there's nothing. The only thing to really look forward to is just like whatever the new thing was. But then whenever the new thing was coming out, it was just a battle between all the different creators to try to cover all the things as fast as humanly possible, because if you're the first person to cover the thing, then you're going to get the most amount of views, and then people are going to subscribe to you, and then they're going to blah, 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 blah. You can only be so creative. And it just became, I didn't really get to play for fun anymore, right? I didn't get to play for fun. I played because I still enjoyed it to a degree, but it wasn't as pure of an enjoyment as it was in the past. And I got to the point there, I had plenty of days where I was just like, all right, time to hop on. Got to do it. Got to go to work. So I think why I'm looking forward to some level of retirement, being away from that, is to maybe get some of my creativity back, just like as a creator in general.
Going is Christmas. I make myself a Christmas. For me, personally, it is a big event. Something I'm really excited to do. I have streamer games in 2 weeks. I'm excited to do that.
That's
so
awesome.
I know, okay, I gotta get all my ducks in a row. Gotta get my YouTube videos out, I gotta get my streams out, I got Christmas coming up. All right, first part of the year, I do this event called Tip to Tip, a motorcycle around the world with my friend Michael Reeves. That is Christmas, I'm so excited to do that. But I know I gotta do my work, okay, before, to get to that. Make yourself a Christmas.
Yeah, I need a Christmas. It's really what I need. I have not had a Christmas. This is a very good. It's something that you kind of think about, but he's putting it in a very good way. I need my own Christmas. Recently, I think that was somewhat of the Rip and Stream. Rip and Stream's kind of Christmas. Rip and Stream is Christmas. The book video, that was kind of Christmas. That was kind of Christmas for me. The thing, that YouTube video. Yeah, I need more Christmas. I need some more things to look forward to, content-wise, in that degree. Is there any content you watch less or read that gets you inspired? Recently, there hasn't been, but like I'm hoping once I can kind of free myself from where I am, that I'll be able to not feel bad about exploring the space. Because a lot of the time, you know, whenever I have to, like Destiny is a game that just requires so much of your time and attention that you don't feel like you get to do anything else, right? Because you have to spend so much time absorbing all the things. And there's still like so much untapped part of the game that I have not and will not touch because I'm just so tired. When you're stuck in that space where it just feels like there's like an infinite number of things that you could be doing, and that's your main moneymaker, it's tough to break out of that and have yourself a little freaking Christmas event, right? And I don't get to think about these Christmas events other than like the Rip and Stream or like a one-off random video that I think about because I'm so buried in what people already expect of me. But now that there's no more expectation of me, it kind of frees me up to maybe have my own kind of Christmas event, right? Maybe that's a cosplay stream, right? That's like Labor Day. That's like a Labor Day weekend event, right? It's not Christmas, but it's like, hey, it's a 3-day weekend, man. That's kind of nice.
It can be whatever. Something you're excited to do. Maybe it is a big streamed event. Maybe it is a YouTube video recording. Maybe it's a vacation. That's fine. But make yourself a Christmas so that you can look forward to, you can get through the day-to-day of life. Next up. And this is the number one lesson. This is something I can't teach you. I can't tell you the playbook for how to be.
How many times have I said to people who are trying to get recommendations for like how to do content creation? And they're like, I want to be the next Datto. What do I say back to them? I say, don't be the next me. Be the first you. That's so important in content creation world. You can't just be the next guy. You have to establish yourself, right? I was talking about it. I've been talking about it for a while now. You look at all these Destiny creators to the space. They're all being the first them. They're not trying to be the next me, the next Sweat, the next Cross. They got to stick out because although if you're just trying to be the next me, bro, I'm still here, okay? I'm still here, right? You got to wait for me to leave first. Then you can be the next me, I guess. And I know like they don't literally mean like be the next me. I know, PTD, I know. It's better to go in with the mindset of be the first you. Don't be the next me.
Successful exiting streamer you. Because if I did, you would all use it and it wouldn't be successful. Someone here is going to rise above the rest. Someone here is going to offer viewers something unique that other people aren't offering. I'm a small.
That was my advice to all the creators. I was like, you cannot just come into like, hey, I want to make Destiny videos. What should I start doing? Bro, you've already lost. If you're asking me what you should be doing, you've already lost. It's already over. You didn't even start yet. You need to come in with your own stuff, your own pursuits, what you want to do. Why do you want to be a creator? Just make videos to make some money? It's not going to work. You have to come in with your own good set of ideas and then execute those ideas. You can't just roll in dropping some fucking Zerv videos and weekly resets and being like, oh, everybody else does this. Yeah, everybody else already does it, man. Do something different. What should I make?
Streamer making a cozy environment. Okay, I've seen that. Maybe that's fine. Maybe you're happy with that. That's not going to be the person who's the #1 streamer come out of here. I'm loud. I like being the center of attention. Okay.
Yeah, welcome to streaming.
We have enough of that. You are not going to be the #1 streamer coming out of here. So what are you doing to be different? What are you doing that people are drawn to? This is tough. This is intrinsic. This is personal. I cannot tell you what it is. But ultimately, whoever is successful will do this. Dean Sinat.
And this is why a lot of videos on YouTube about like how to start a YouTube channel are all bullshit. Because the only idea that matters, the only thing that matters in one of those videos is you have to know how to make content. You can look up all these other YouTube tutorials on like, here's how to get all your streaming equipment up. And like they can set you up to like physically be able to do it, but only you are going to be able to execute the ideas to actually get it rolling. No one's going to tell you what content to make, because if it was good content, they'd be making it, right? Yeah, there's a little bit of luck involved for sure. There's so many how to make it on YouTube, how to make it on TikTok videos. So many of them are bullshit because they tell you how to, get a camera rolling and how to do this and how to do that. You need your own ideas to execute on. And the be different thing for me, I have been lacking in that department for a very long time. I just feel like I've been coasting. I've been sitting here just like a loaf, just resting on my laurels. That's another thing I'm hoping when I'm done that I can take some time and figure out how to differentiate myself.
I'm just here to look around.
Guys, we have about 5 minutes left in class. I appreciate you all being very attentive. At this point, I will open it up. Does anyone have any questions for me? This is the last time that we will be meeting. So if you have anything for me, let's...
Any good questions? I've not met Jimothy, no.
What you got?
When's the time that you've almost quit streaming or content creation?
It's a good question. What's the time I almost quit streaming?
It's 1.5.
It was early in my career. I was a part-time employee at a vape company. I was head of marketing. I did smoke vapes. I lied on my resume. After, I would go home, I would stream. Work stream. It was a lot. But I really love streaming. Here's the crazy thing. I had the best stream I had ever had. I averaged 1,000 viewers. The next day, I almost quit because I knew the number that would show up would be smaller. And that ate at me. I lied down in my closet for 4 hours instead of going live that day. This is something that you guys might deal with, okay? Maybe it's imposter syndrome. Maybe it is just paralysis.
It's tough watching your viewership go down. You think you're ready for it, you're not ready for it. It's tough to watch your viewership go down. I've been very staggered over the years, right? Been very staggered. I have one of the highest concurrent viewership numbers on Twitch. 168,000 people were at my stream at one point. My viewership's been all over the place. And I had to turn off my numbers. Yeah, I was a top 10 sub count at one point as well. I've hit the highest of highs. What was that? It was one of the raid races a few years ago. I've had to turn off my numbers because I thought about my numbers too much. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to cope with when you're in decline, right? I'm in decline. Let's not pretend. I'm in decline. And it's tough. It's tough to deal with. But when, you try to look at some of the good sides of it, right? Having a career in content creation for 13 years. 13 years. People are lucky to have a career that lasts half that long. So I try to keep some things in perspective. And all you can do, try to reinvent yourself. Try to do something, or you just go out swinging and you do something else. Right? I mean, there's a lot of things I would have done differently over the years had I known how things worked. But it's tough. It's tough to watch those numbers fluctuate that heavily. It's very tough.
Okay? Here's what I realized. Streaming is an impermanent thing. What you did last stream doesn't fucking matter. You know what people care about is the next stream. And you know what you want people to care about? You. Okay? So if the last stream was shit, who cares? If the last stream was the greatest stream that ever happened, who cares? Stream view's going great. You know they're gonna say on Twitter in a month about Kai doesn't go live? When's the next stream, Kai? Spark up. We wanna see something. What you got for us? They don't care that he put in all this work anymore. What's next? And so that's what pushed me.
Let's talk about clips going viral and how to like
How to convert them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like.
What are you confused about it?
How can you convert it? Like, what exactly do you have to do, like, to convert them? Oh, there's like nothing you can really do.
So again, the way to convert those people from clips to long form viewers is to be authentically you, and the you that they see in the clip is the you that they get when they watch the stream.
It's also all the work that goes in between, right? It's very rare for people to just have like a clip, it pops off, and all of a sudden you're famous overnight. If you're getting those clips, if they're supplemented with other things, they're supplemented with the streams, they're supplemented with the other forms of content. Maybe they're supplemented with other short form pieces of content. That's when you can take advantage of it. It's not just the one pop off and then you're golden. Some people, yes. Some people, it has happened, but most people, no.
If there's a big
it's about putting yourself in the position to be able to take advantage of that success, of that pop off. It's not just the pop off.
If you're acting, crazier, more energetic in the clip, and then in the stream, you're like, all right, Chad, what are we doing? Should we get lunch or something? What's Jason doing? What? That's not. No, that's nothing, right? That's boring. They're gonna come. They're gonna see that. But if you're authentically you, maybe you are someone who's really engaged in conversation, really passionate about learning, really passionate about whatever. Okay? Then that's what you have to show people in these clips. All right? The other thing is I would also start streaming with the idea, the content funnel, of getting a YouTube video out of it. Of trying to think of these long form outputs, not just streaming for 4 hours and getting 3 Instagram clips. Who cares? Let's get 3 Instagram clips and a YouTube video. We can do both.
All right, we're done. Hey, good seminar, Lud. Good seminar. If that has one viewer, it's me, and I'm hate watching. W. I'm glad that I can also I know a couple things still. I'm not so out of it that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Much more serious than I thought it was going to be. Much more serious than I going to be. He did a good job. He did a real good job.